Madridistas, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Madrid. Okay, this is the match that we had all been waiting for. Okay, this is, we were waiting for the one kind of blowout match where everything kind of gels, and that gives us kind of a vision and gives us hope that we can win absolutely everything. That match was last night. This was an absolutely extraordinary performance. One of the best performances I've seen in quite a while from Real Madrid. This was incredible. Xavi came out with sort of the stellar lineup. He didn't rest Fede or Tchouaméni as I thought he might. This was the sort of, I think, his sort of primo lineup. But look, lots of important takeaways, and I'll give you my thoughts on players as well. But this was an incredible performance. This is the Real Madrid that we all know and love, and I'm very glad to say I think we're back. All right, let me give you my thoughts on the match, players, etc. Thanks for joining me. Let's get started. Madridistas, welcome back. Okay, let me give you my thoughts on this really fantastic performance last night. I'm so encouraged. Okay, in terms of the lineup, okay, Xavi didn't, follow my advice. I suspected that maybe he would give Tchouaméni a rest and Fede a rest. That was not the case. He came out with Courtois in goal, Carreras on the left, Fede again as right back, Huijsen and Militao in the middle of defense, and this is sort of kind of the primo defensive lineup. In the middle of the pitch, again Tchouaméni, Arda, and Jude, and then up front Vini, Mbappe, and Mastantuono. That I did predict, and I think was fairly expected. Okay, now look, in terms of the match itself, this was just one-way traffic. This was one-way traffic. Real Madrid just created chance after chance. Our ball circulation was quick. Our ball recovery was incredible. Sort of the second we lost the ball, it's just amazing the intensity with which the players would press and recover the ball immediately in very dangerous areas, very high up on the pitch. This was just a constant high press on the part of Real Madrid, creating chance after chance. Now, in the 14th minute, you had the penalty, and this was not one penalty. This was like three penalties in one. Okay, there was a handball, and then there were two sort of rugby-style tackles. So I don't think. I think that the ref had his choice of what he wanted to call, but a penalty had to come out of that play. Okay, Kylian converted that. Now, after the 1-0, nothing really changed. This was just one-way traffic the entirety of the time. In the 31st minute, you had the 2-0. This was just a gorgeous play, a beautiful deep ball from Jude to Arda. Arda with a sort of pinpoint cross to Kylian, who of course puts it in the back of the net. This was just wonderful play, and I think demonstrates this kind of verticality. We're always looking for those deep balls for the runs behind the defensive line. This was just a wonderful example of that. Okay, in the 41st minute, you had the penalty on Carreras. This is where you have the penalty controversy, and I honestly can't believe that this is still an issue. I mean, there has, I think Xavi Alonso has told them, Mbappe is supposed to take the penalties, and I don't know what more he can do, but I mean, this sort of ridiculous thing that, Mbappe being so generous and Vini, wanting to score, to sort of get good vibrations back, and all of this is all really beautiful, but it's not the way a team should work. If Xavi says that Mbappe is the primary penalty taker, he should take him. It's a ridiculous situation. Vini is not a good penalty taker. Guys, we've seen this. I think he's scoring 1 out of every 2. It's something absolutely appalling. So that needs to be resolved because it's just ridiculous. Okay, now of course Vini missed it, kicking it. I mean, literally in the worst place you can possibly kick it, right as the goalkeeper sort of begins to go down. Anyway, okay, in the 44th minute, you had the magnificent goal by Jude, who just had one of the most spectacular first halves that I remember. I mean, his first half was a clinic, and this goal was just absolutely spectacular. It just a beautiful move, combining the way he switches the ball from the left to the right foot to get around players and find space, and then just a perfect shot to the second post. It was just absolutely magnificent. Okay, in the second half, now we did have a change. Arda, had sprained his ankle, and I think out of precaution, and also to get, he gave Arda rest, which makes a lot of sense. He also took Tchouaméni off, which makes a lot of sense, and Ceballos and Camavinga came in. But in terms of play, nothing changed. I mean, this was still one-way traffic, recovering the ball very quickly. Valencia we were just suffocating them. It was almost impossible for them to get out of their own half and create chances. In the 67th minute, Huijsen came off for Asencio. I think that makes sense. We're going to need Huijsen in Anfield. In the 78th minute, Mbappe and Vini came off. Rodrigo and Enrique came in. And it was really good to see Enrique finally get a couple of minutes because, this kid has been suffering on the bench. It was fantastic to see, and he actually had a really, really nice run on the right wing. Okay, in the 81st minute, you had this ridiculous goal from Carreras that was so reminiscent of Roberto Carlos. This was so Roberto Carlos, just an absolute missile in the top corner. And we've all played the sport. We all know how difficult it is to put so much power, to strike the ball so accurately with so much power. Absolutely incredible. Like I say, reminded me of Roberto Carlos. Carreras had a fantastic match. But look, this was an incredible performance. Like I say, this makes me believe that we can win absolutely everything. I think in terms of takeaways, my takeaways would be one, that I now believe that this team can win everything. And by that I even mean Europe. I know PSG is a tough rival. Arsenal look really good. Bayern look good, but I think we can do it. I mean, I think that from after what I've seen the last couple of matches, this makes me very hopeful. Okay, takeaway number 2: Fede is a ridiculously good right back, and I don't know what we're going to do because I think Trent is fit to play, but it's just Fede gives you so many guarantees. I don't know what we're going to do, but I get the feeling that Fede is the right back in the squad. He's the best right back that we have, and it's really, really a difficult decision for Xabi Alonso going forward, but he just brings so much to that position. I think we're going to see more of it than Fede would have wanted. Okay, takeaway number 3, Jude is essential. He's absolutely essential, and by the way, he's back. This is the best version of Jude. This is the Jude that we saw in year 1. He's in incredible form, scoring goals, doing absolutely everything on the pitch. He's sort of stealing balls, pressing like crazy. I also find he's in really good physical shape. I think Jude is absolutely essential for this squad, and he needs to be in the starting 11 pretty much every single time. Okay, number 4, the penalty situation needs to be resolved. I think Xabi needs to have another word with these guys. Kylian takes them, and Vini just needs to accept that. But we need to stop doing this stuff because it's just unprofessional, and I think Xabi needs to drive that home. Okay, number 5, I thought, surprisingly, the refs were okay. Now, it's very odd because we have these weird VAR situations one week, but then the following week, I thought the ref was very fair, and this is the second or third time I've said it this year. So I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but I felt like the refereeing yesterday was quite professional. So something does seem to be changing in Spain, and I'm quite encouraged by that. Okay, takeaway number 6: Mastantuono doesn't quite fit. Okay, he felt so disconnected from kind of the rest of the squad last night. There's something about Mastantuono that isn't quite gelling with the squad, and I think it may be time to start considering Brahim or Rodrigo up front on the right, because I just don't think Mastantuono, it doesn't seem to be working. His decision making isn't what it should be, and he just doesn't seem to gel with the system. He just feels a little bit out of place. It's very hard to put my finger on exactly what it is. Okay, and then my final takeaway, number 7, would be that Enrique is a really good player, and that it's tragic that he doesn't get any minutes because he's a very good player. I mean, he had a wonderful run on the right where he kind of shows his power and his explosiveness, and I don't know, it's a real shame, and I don't know what the answer is, but this is a very, very good player, and I really wish that we could use him more often because, yesterday I think he showed us, I love his acceleration, his power, and he finishes really well with both feet. So I don't know. I think Enrique should get more minutes, in my view, but it was really good to see him on the pitch finally. Okay, in terms of players, we can do this really quickly. Okay, Courtois, very hard to judge. I mean, how am I supposed to grade someone that didn't do anything? I mean, the first Valencia shot came in the 63rd minute, to give you an idea of how boring a night it was for Courtois. But the one or two times that he had to sort of move, he did his job. So I would say, I don't know, maybe a 6, just an ordinary day in the office. Okay, Carreras was absolutely excellent. Okay, I think Carreras last night had an absolutely incredible match going forward, an incredible match defensively. He pressed in the right areas. He recovered balls like crazy, and he scored a goal that just was absolutely breathtaking. I think Carreras had an exceptional night. He had a couple of matches where he seemed a little bit off, but he's definitely back. And I think last night played an absolutely excellent match. Okay, Huijsen and Militao. I would say that Huijsen and Militao had sort of similar performances, both very solid. They didn't have that much work to do because Valencia just couldn't get a hold of the ball. So it was kind of an easy night for both of them, but I think they both had a really solid match. And I would highlight Huijsen's passing. This is a player that really loves to make deep passes, and sometimes they work really well. So I think he's just a wonderful player, and I can't believe his maturity at his age. Fede, I don't know what to tell you guys. Fede is just an incredible specimen. I don't know how many lungs he has. This guy never gets injured, plays every minute, plays any position. It's just, he's such a polyvalent player. I mean, the guy, he can play anything, he can do anything. I mean, I'm sure if you ask him to be goalkeeper, he would be amazing. It's just ridiculous how versatile this player is. It is ridiculous how physically, his physical prowess is extraordinary. This is a player that gives you so many guarantees. Wonderful midfielder, but unfortunately an exceptional right back as well. So I think, unfortunately, we're going to see a lot of Fede in that position, whether he likes it or not. But I think Fede had a wonderful match. I'd give him maybe an 8 or something like that. Tchouaméni, another 8. I mean, just another exceptional performance. He's really grown into this role. His first half was just incredible. Just, doing everything that you expect, stealing balls, pressing. His distribution was quick and sharp, very good in the air. He won his challenges. It's just Tchouaméni's having an amazing season. Another very, very good performance from him. Arda was fantastic, and could only play that one half, but just fantastic. I mean, his mobility, his distribution, the way he links up with Kylian, but just his awareness. It's just, this is a fantastic creative player, and I cannot believe again how young he is and how calm and good on the ball he is for his age. It's something extraordinary. I hope the ankle injury is not too bad. Let's hope it's nothing serious. He looked okay, and I think they took him off out of precaution. But hopefully that won't be an issue in terms of Anfield on Tuesday. Jude, I don't know what to tell you. This was an exhibition. This was a clinic. I'd give him a 9 out of 10. He just physically, the prowess, the combination of technique and physical strength of this player is extraordinary. He has an elegance on the ball that is just beautiful to watch, but he has an incredible physique, his strength, but he does everything well. This is one of the best box-to-box players I've ever seen. He can do anything. He can play the 8, he can play the 10 position, but he's so good on the ball. His passing, his awareness, and he can score goals. I mean, that goal was that was spectacular. I mean, that was just an absolutely beautiful goal from a top-shelf player. I think Jude is back, and he is absolutely critical in this team. The combination of Jude and Arda is just something unbelievable. So I'm, incredibly excited about Jude's form. Okay, Bini. Bini, I would say, had a good match. He had a good match. I wouldn't say it was a crazy, excellent match, but he had a good match. Okay, no goals, no assists. There was the whole incident with the penalty that, sort of pissed me off a little bit. But I think overall he had a good match. He looks hungry. He likes to take players on. He looks explosive. He's making a difference on the left wing. This is the Vinny of old, and I think he's in very good form this year. I'm really happy that Xavi has managed to recover his form. So I think Vinny had a good game. Wasn't involved in the scoring, but like I say, but I think had a really solid match. Okay, Mastantuono, kind of disappointed me. I don't know. I can't really. He's a good player, and he's really strong and very gritty. But he just, I don't know. He felt a little bit disconnected. Felt a little bit isolated. The one-on-ones didn't quite work. It didn't feel like his connection with the rest of the team was sort of automatic. The rest of the team seems to flow in a kind of automatic way. I don't know, Mastantuono just felt a little bit off, and so I don't know. It doesn't seem to be working. I didn't think he had a great game. I'd give him maybe a 4 or a 5 or something like that. Probably the worst of our players, and I hate to use that word. Okay, Kylian. what can I say? Kylian is in absolutely top form. I'd give him a 9. It's just his quickness, his mobility, his finishing. This is a player that can hit 70 goals this year. It's just extraordinary what he's doing. It's just mind blowing. He's in absolute peak form. This is the peak Mbappe that we've seen in the past. He's in incredible form. He's adapted to that number 9 position, and I think this guy's gonna very possibly win another Golden Boot. He's in an exceptional state of form, so I'm absolutely delighted. This is the best. We had to wait so long for Kylian to come, but it really, really was worth it. This is an exceptional player. Okay, all right, guys. Look, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section. It's going to be a very big week. Looking forward to the Champions League. But anyway, thanks for joining me. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, and forever, a la Madrid.